Hey everybody, Josh Brown with His Productions here. I'm actually in the podcast room here at the main studios, His Productions, and I wanted to talk with you a little bit about 6 easy steps for podcasting. So one of the first things that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to have a name, and you want to make sure that that name is confirmed to have all of the assets that you would need for Facebook, websites, all that sort of thing. You want to have something unique. The next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a special graphic. This is what shows up in Spotify and in iTunes. 3000 by 3000, really simple graphic, features the name of your podcast, maybe your pastor's name or ministry name. And then the third thing is you're going to need a host. Where does this podcast live? You know, there's all kinds of resources: Subsplash, Sermon Boss, Podbean, Buzzsprout, Libsyn, Anchor, lots of different choices. Then you need to decide, what am I going to do about production? Am I going to try to produce this in-house, or do I want to have a podcast space like this in my church or in my office to be able to do a podcast and then send it to an organization like His Productions, for production? Obviously, we would encourage you to consider a company like ours because we've been doing this over 20 years. Production is what we do. Last, you're going to need to think about gear. What kind of gear do I need? Well, you're going to need a microphone like the ones you saw. You're going to need a stand of some kind. You're going to need a way to record them. Do you want to have guests that are in other parts of the country? That's going to require specific equipment. So gear is definitely a big question. Just to give you an idea on the microphone, we recommend the Shure SM7B, and we recommend that coupled with the Cloudlifter preamp. That's a great entry-level system right there. And finally, you need to think about publishing. So how is your podcast going to show up in iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play? How is it going to move from your home, the hosting company, to those directories where all of your listeners are? This is a big thing. Who's going to handle your publishing? We can take care of that for you as well. We've got a lot of people that we do their production for them and their publishing on a weekly basis. So feel free to reach out. And again, there is a YouTube that gives extended information about these 6 steps to get started with podcasting. We want you to check that out, YouTube or hisproductions.com. Reach out to me, Josh Brown, if you have any questions. Thanks.